so on. I'm also a bit careless with mutas over here. This is not ideal micromanagement. I'm just trying to manage around over here. Um, like he's getting way too many hits with his Arcan on my mutas, and of course now that I kind of retreat with mutas, it's better than like letting all mutas die, since I still have quite a few. But it still matters a lot that he was able to get so many free hits with his Arcans on my mutas. Like that really does matter. I still didn't lose drones though, and I didn't lose at hatchery, so I could say that we're close to 50-50 with his attack. Like he slowed my mining, and he's able to kind of like take that expansion down there, or at least start that expansion. So that does matter. Like it's hard to say who was the winner in that battle, but I wouldn't say I was the loser, since I didn't really lose the like drones and so on. Now I noticed that he had like a lot of cannons over there, so I cannot attack from down there. I'm hoping to bring my lurkers and zerglings and such around and shoot his hatchery. I mean, I'm not hatchery. Nexus far away with my lurker spikes out of cannon range. I gotta be careful though, since like 2 Arcans kill lurkers in a matter of seconds and all. Now I'm bringing my lurkers over. That cannon is very troublesome for me when it comes to down to it. Like if I can get that cannon down, he doesn't have detection anymore, just like that. So now I get a plenty of free hits on his nexus and whatever else. Like this is very good for me. He was forced to cancel it, which means that everything he does is gonna be a bit later. You may have noticed that I also started my second evolution chamber. That's simply because I need faster upgrades. Like only making carapace isn't really gonna cut it. I'm gonna need like 2 evolution chambers for melee and carapace and so on. And it is gonna matter and so on. I'm also starting my queen's nest, and for hive, and since you're gonna need hive in ZvP especially, and ZvT for many reasons, like cracklings, they're obvious, like defilers, ultras. I'm gonna need them all. Over here, you could say that now that he's trying to get that new third base, I should be getting my own new expansion as well. However, well, I guess it's minor mistake that my 4th base is slightly late. I could have started it already, and as I will in a couple of seconds. However, I was more concentrated on trying to delay and stop him from getting his own expansion up. Like this is why Colosseum is good for 3 base Zerg. You can just add so much pressure on the Protoss before he gets that expansion up. Like it's amazing. You might be able to end most of your games with only these 3 bases and all. Now I'm kind of massing up over here. I have a lot of lurkers. I'm bringing my units over. Making more upgrades. I noticed that I also had only 2 drones and 1 gas, so I brought another over there. I also have 2 Scourge just in case if I wanna snipe some observers or something. But yeah, in Colosseum, like 3 base Zerg is impossibly strong, since you get all these 3 gases so quickly and so on. Like it's really gonna make such a big difference. I was supposed to get 1 observer, and I was kind of hoping that I get another one as well, but he kind of just killed it halfway through. However, I have a lot of links, I have a lot of lurkers, so I'm still hoping like this still delays him. He doesn't get like his army doesn't keep growing. His army will only keep growing once he's completely secured his 3rd base. Since I keep kind of keeping his numbers down all the time, and because I'm able to add so much pressure to him over here before he gets that expansion, that's the only excuse I have that that my fourth base was slightly late over there. Like that's why it doesn't matter as much that my fourth base was as late as it was. Now that I noticed that he had a shuttle, it means that I'm gonna need Scourge like pretty much ASAP. It's really gonna make such a huge difference. Difference over there. Like the moment you see shuttles, that means that you're gonna get Scourge, man. Like there's really no other really good unit on taking down those shuttles, and like that's pretty much obvious, but it really makes such a huge difference. He will be dropping your main online, DT drops to your main, all sorts of nasty stuff which you do not want. So get those Scourge as soon as possible and Scourge him when he doesn't realize it. Like do it as quickly as simply possible. Over here, I'm once again able to delay him a lot with my units. Like he still doesn't have any units. Like, of course now it's pretty much obvious that he's able to keep that expansion, but he still is only now he started mining from over there, and only now he's actually starting to get any more units. Like that's pretty much all the units he has over here, except a couple here and there. I'm also bringing some Scourge over here. I'm kind of trying to take the shuttle down. I don't think I'm able to though. Like it's just barely, just like that. Like it almost happened, but it's too bad it didn't. I also noticed that since he has observers right now, I cannot waste those lurkers. Like 6 Zealots, 3 Dragoons, whatever. Those are gonna rape my lurkers if I just leave them over there. So that's actually very important. You just cannot just get greedy with your lurkers uselessly. Like there's a different thing on being very aggressive, and there's another thing if you're being greedy. And that's one thing which like Zerg players, new Zerg players especially, cannot really distinguish. Like they're very greedy, and they keep wasting their units all the time, and they cannot distinguish the fact on trying to be very aggressive and trying to be greedy and attacking with only a few units at a time, pushing like something, an attack that has less than 1% chance of winning or success or something, and like instead of that you should just gather up and attack when you have a slightly bigger army or when your reinforcements arrive. You gotta keep making a lot of expansions. I had quite a bit of gas surplus since those 3 gases have been mining all the time. So now that I'm able to get ultras, it's pretty much okay, and it's cool. Now it's questionable whether my lurker would be able to kill these zealots in time before that hatchery dies. So I'm actually using drone drill, as you can notice. Like I'm making these zealots attack well, not as well, since